The Bellwood Diner sat on the edge of Highway 12, its neon lights buzzing against the dark. At the center of it all was Claire Dawson. Her apron was faded, strings tied too tight around her waist, her hair pinned back to hide how tired she really was. Each cup of coffee she poured carried a piece of her strength, and each smile was forced through exhaustion. People whispered when she walked by, how she worked nights after long days, how her husband left and never looked back. The laughter cut deep. At home, Claire's son, Jacob, was only 8. His room was filled with superhero posters, a quiet reminder of the kind of hero he thought his mom was. But Claire knew the truth. Heroes didn't cry in the pantry when bills piled up. Each night at the diner wasn't just a job, it was survival. The regulars mocked her double shifts, but they never saw the child who ran into her arms at dawn. Still, in the dead of night, when the laughter of the cruelest customers rang out, Claire wondered if life would finally break her down. That Friday night was worse than most. A group of young men swaggered in, loud from whatever bar they'd left. Their eyes landed on Claire, and one smirked. "What's it like working graveyard forever? Guess college didn't work out, huh?" His friends laughed. Claire forced a smile, setting down menus with hands that trembled. They kept pressing louder. "Bet you're saving for that kid of yours. Single mom. No time, no future." The diner grew quiet. Claire bit her tongue and scribbled down their order. Inside, her chest burned. The hours dragged on. "Guess some women don't know when to quit," one muttered. She flinched, her hands shaking as she poured coffee. As she refilled another cup, she whispered, "One more night. Just one more night." Then the faint, distant sound of engines began to echo through the night. At first just a low rumble, the sound grew louder, rolling like thunder. Heads turned toward the window as chrome flashed. One motorcycle became 2, then 6, then more. The cruel group laughed nervously. The door swung open, and with it came the scent of leather, oil, and cold night air. Their jackets bore a name that made whispers ripple through the diner. Hell's Angels. Claire's breath caught as the group filled the diner. The leader, a broad man with a silver beard and eyes that burned steady, tipped his head toward Claire. "Evening, Mom." His voice was calm, respectful, almost gentle. The cruel men forced a laugh. Guess the circus rolled into town. The silver-bearded man's gaze slid over, sharp as a blade, but he didn't speak. The silence felt heavier than any words. The bikers ordered simple plates. No noise, no trouble, just presence. For the first time all night, Claire wasn't carrying the weight alone. The cruel men couldn't stand the shift. One swaggered toward the counter, smirking. "Hey, sweetheart, don't forget who your regulars are." His hand brushed the tip jar. The silver-bearded biker set down his fork with a soft clink. "Leave it." The wiry man turned, scoffing. "Excuse me." The biker's gaze was steady. "You heard me." The diner froze. The cruel man hesitated, caught in that steel stare. His bravado cracked. The wiry man slammed his palm on the counter. "You don't tell me what to do," he spat. The silver-bearded biker rose slowly. His hand rested lightly on the man's shoulder. "You've had your fun. Now sit down." The cruel man glanced at his friends waiting for backup, but none would meet his gaze. Slowly, reluctantly, he slumped back. Claire let out a breath. For the first time, she thought maybe the stories about them weren't all true. While clearing plates, Claire dropped her wallet, spilling a photo of Jacob. One biker picked it up, studying it gently. "Your boy?" Claire nodded. "Yeah, he's my reason." The man smiled faintly. "Good reason." She realized these men saw her not as a punchline, but as a fighter. The cruel group tried one last time. "Hey, how much are you making tonight?" "Enough for that kid of yours." Before Claire could speak, the silver-bearded biker stood. "Enough." The word carried the weight of thunder. "And who's going to stop me?" "Me and every one of us." The bikers rose, a silent wall. The cruel men paled and hurried out into the storm. The bikers finished their meals, placing bills on the counter. More than enough. "I can't take this," Claire protested. The leader met her eyes. "You can because you've earned it." "For the boy." Claire's throat tightened. "Thank you," she whispered. When the rain eased, the bikers left quietly. Claire watched them disappear down the highway. Behind her, the diner felt lighter. She wasn't fighting alone anymore. When Claire came home at dawn, Jacob was waiting. She scooped him up, holding him close. That night, as she tucked him in, he asked, "Mom, do you think heroes ride motorcycles?" She smiled. Sometimes they do. As she turned off the light, Claire whispered, I'm not invisible. Outside, the wind carried echoes of vengeance. Even the most ordinary lives are worth guarding.